Hello, hi, it's me. Look, it's late. I worked late, worked later than I should have. And I'm tired and I have so much to do, and I definitely don't have time to stream a Sudoku puzzle. So I'm gonna stream a Sudoku puzzle. I shouldn't do this. I have so many things to do. People coming to visit. This is absurd. This is an absurd use of time, but we're gonna do it. We're already doing it. It's already done. It's basically done. Let's go over here. Ooh. Hang on. How bad was the thing I just showed? I don't think any of that was necessarily a secret. Why do I do this? Man, are you serious? Okay, none of that. That is, I can't believe I just got doxxed by I just doxed myself with my Unity project window. I don't think every one of those projects is announced or released. So I think I'm okay. Gee, jeepers. Well, let's just all pretend we never saw that, huh? Okay, anyway, let's fix some wallpaper. Man, that's frustrating. It's a frustrating thing to happen at a time like this. Why is it so slow to download this wallpaper? Get out of here. Why is this window still up? Get out of my face! What is this? Who do you think you are? This is... we're off to a good start here. I can't even set the wallpaper. I'm just going to keep opening other wallpaper windows. Why is this here? What? This computer has been really... I put this computer through a lot today. I will admit to that much. Why? Well, I shouldn't... I'm probably going to like accidentally dox myself with some process somehow. Don't know how that happened. I like this house. I should have kept the house. Okay. Anyway, we'll go with this. We don't have time to mess around. We got to do this. So here's I'm going to do the weird doppelganger puzzle. So yesterday we did Blob's 159 Arrow puzzle, and then in looking at the artisanal James Sinclair's artisanal Sudoku puzzles, we saw an eerily similar one, which I'm sure is just, you know, pure serendipity. Something's just in the air, but there's some striking similarities. But I wanted to just try it. In fact, I did start it and then decided, no, let's just stream this. So let's start by... I cannot believe I showed my Unity. Jeepers creepers. Okay, we don't have time to mess around here. We just need good stuff. That's cute. These are a bit much. Do like that. Cute. I want only the hottest shader. I truly don't have time for this. Why would I do this? It's inappropriate to show blobs because this isn't a blobs puzzle. Blobs, obviously, I'm just going to go right now and say blobs puzzle is better. I actually like JW Sinclair puzzles a lot. But, you know, blobs is a friend of the channel. I have to stick up for him. Did I break something? I think the audio is way too low. Sorry about that. I had to, whatever. I don't want to talk about it. A little bit of a, I'll say, slightly demanding day at work. And by at work, I mean on the contract job I'm working on. I don't have a job. Whoa. Look at that. Love it. Dude, that was such a short shader. Okay, well, somebody's going to tell me this is too much. But no one's here to tell me not to do it right now. So, sorry, we don't have time for this. Listen, we've got to talk about this. So I feel like I have a bit of an advantage. I hope. I say that and I'm going to fail miserably probably. But what I'm hoping is that some insights gained yesterday will also apply here, like some things we learned on arrows. So let's talk about some of those things we learned on arrows. One of which was, I feel like my audio setup is not proper. Okay. One of those things was that we've got a little entropic party going on in all of these, right? And in all three of these cases, because of the hidden entropy of indexing puzzles like this, there's going to be a low, a medium, and high in all three of these sequences. And there's no way a high plus a low or a medium equals a low or a medium. So this is definitely high. And so it looks like we have a pretty interesting break-in here. If we start immediately with the 7, 8, 9 triple. Because doesn't that mean that this is a 1, 5, 9 triple? I think that's what that means. Let me think about that for 1 second. I think that means that the digits 1, 5, and 9 are in cells 7, 8, and 9. And the 9 would have to be here, right? Because we just said this is a high digit, so it's not 1 or 5. So I think this is 9, and I think that makes this a 1, 5 pair. And then we're going to know some things like, well, we know there's no high digits here, obviously. And we know, well, what do we know here? No, that's not true. Sorry, there could be a 7 here. There can't be an 8 here because of this 1, but there could be, no. Good grief, I'm falling to pieces. There's not. We know that. This is explicitly a low plus a medium equals 9, right? Oh my God, it's Kyle. Kyle, I've missed you. I don't know that I am the #1 Sudoku streamer. If I'm the #1 Sudoku streamer, it just means that no one else is streaming Sudoku right this minute. Okay, listen, Kyle. I'm glad you're here because I want to talk about this because we have to have a low digit and a medium digit add to 9 in 2 cells. Tell me what that is if it's not a 6-3. I defy you. Draclin. It's my buddy Draclin. My original, he's the original. He was the first person that ever watched this channel twice. More years ago than I care to admit now. But that was like 5.5 years ago. And here I am. I've accomplished nothing except I own some beautiful screwdrivers now. That's something to be proud of. Gorgeous. Screwdrivers are gorgeous. So, you know. I also have my own pair of, it's not even a pair, I guess, of Mitutoyo Digimatic calipers. Really moving up in the world. I've got a project I'm working on over there that will be finished one of these days. Anyway, let's get back to this. I've so little time to do this puzzle. So we have a 1-5 pair. We have a 3-6 pair. Does that tell us anything about the nature of this business? Kind of don't think so. The lowest it could be is 2 + 4 = 6. Well, that's a little interesting, I guess. What's the lowest this could be? It's not 1 or 3, so it's 2, and 4 is the lowest this could be. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9, which is very slightly interesting. These are already placed. That means there is a 9 here. 3 and 6. 3 and 6. I don't have Blobs here or Skoja to throw tomatoes at me if I screw up. I'm a little worried about that. I've become reliant on their tomatoes. This digit. Think about this for 1 second. There's a high digit up here that is not a 9. If this was a 1 + a 2 + a 3, this could be a 6. Okay, that'll definitely help. We know there's a 1 in here somewhere. And one of these is a 7, so one of these is explicitly 1, 2, 4. Oh, right. So, right. This is a low-medium pair. And 7 and 8 are comprised of 2 lows and a medium, always. 7 is always 1, 2, 4, and 8 is always 1, 2, 5, or 1, 3, 4. So it's always two rights make a wrong, 2 lows and a medium. So that means we know this is a low digit. So we know this is a low digit. Let's just color some things. High digit, high digit. Jacqueline, I was thinking about that conversation you were having with Life is Yours about finishing things. And my new thing, here's my new thing, is like the whole point is to always be moving things forward. It doesn't matter if it's by 1 centimeter, you just have to move things forward. And if you get caught up in like moving things forward a lot, it's worse because then you'll just be paralyzed and do nothing. So it's better to spend 10 seconds on a project every day than to like once a week spend an hour. I really believe that because you just won't be able to, the 1 hour, there's no momentum behind that 1 hour. But if every day I make myself just inch things a little bit, we're gonna see how that goes. So these digits are low. These are 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that is interesting because on a 3-digit sequence, there's always a 1 unless you're adding to 9, in which case you can have 2, 3, 4. You can also have other combinations that do use 1. So you almost always need a 1 in a sequence like that. So what does that mean? If I put a 1 here, Jacqueline's lurking. Goodbye to you, sir. I guess we could think about the actual composition of this. There's never a 6, for example. But it's not good. It's not very good because in both of these cases, if it's 7, it's definitely 1, 2, 4. And if it's 8, it's 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in both of those cases, which is not terrific. We do know that this means that one of these is medium. One of these digits is a medium digit. And one of these digits is a high digit. So, right. So if this digit was medium, it would have to be a 6. No, that's not true. Because these could be the same. Right. You could have a repeat on this line. There's no reason the 2 of these can't be the same. Ah, that's lame. Okay. Well, it still is true that this is either medium or high, but I was hoping to rule 6 out, but I bet we can't. It still means, what does it still mean? Nothing. That means 1 is in here or here or here, but not here. So that's cool. I'm sure I'm just missing something obvious here. We've spoken for the 1 here. Feels like we should know something about this. The problem is it could be 1 plus 2 plus 1 and be a 4. So it feels not too hard for that to be extremely medium. Let's really do a 1, a 2, or a 3. obvious. Okay, I'm thrown off by this little curvy Q. Curvy Q? Curly Q? Just want to think about indexing for a moment. This means that, what does it mean? There's definitely a 1 in here, and there's definitely a 1 in here. So the 1 is indexing itself here. And the 1 that is indexing, let me just think about this for a second, because I feel like there's some kind of back and forth going on here that is a little tricky for me to think about. Okay, let's just think through this. If this was indexing itself, then this would have to be a 2 or a 3, and there would definitely be a 1 here. Right, so I have to have a 1 in here, and this can't be a 1. Because this can only be 1, 2, 3, so it can only index these. It can never index this, so that can't be a 1. So that means there's absolutely a 1 here. Right? There's definitely super duper a 1 here. And if that is true, then there's definitely a 5 here. So this has to be 8. And this has to be 7. And the 7 never has a 3 on it. 7's always 1, 4, 2. So this is a 1, 4. So one of these is a 5. One of these is a 5. That is not a 2. So you're a 5 or you're a 5. 1 is either here or here. 5 has to go with the 2. Hang on. It's 1, 5, 2, right? 1, 5, 2, or 1, 3, 4, 1, 5, 2. So we have no, this is not a 3. That's not a 1, so this just is the 1. And then this is a 5, 2 pair. So there's a 1 here, which we see that before our eyes, and there's a 1 here. So this 1 now is sort of interesting. It just means I can't have a 1 here, but can't this be like 2 plus 3 plus 1? If I make this a 1, then this is a 4. So if I try to minimize this, knowing I can't have a 1 in here, and I make this 2 plus 3, and then I minimize this by making this a 1, then that's 1, 2, 3 equals 6, but I've just said the 1 is a 4. That was a confusing statement. Okay, I've really got to think about this for a second. The lowest this can be is a 2, 3 pair equals 5 plus 1 is 6. So this can only be 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Not 8. If I try to make this a 6, I can only do that by making this 2 plus 3 and making this a 1, right? It's the only way to make this a 6. But as soon as I do that, this becomes a 4 because 1 would be indexing that, and then I have 2 medium digits, which I cannot have. So I think that this cannot be a 6. So I think this is a blue digit. And I think that this is a green digit. The thing that's a little annoying here is I don't have to have, well, you don't have to have a 1 to make a 9. But I guess I could still have a 1 here, and that would be okay. Because this can be 4, 5, 6, but not 5, so it could be 6. So there's definitely a 1 here or here. There's definitely a 1 here or here. Wait, did I say 4, 5? No, 4, 6. 4, 6 pair. Can I do this in 30 more minutes? Kind of doubt it. Time's just so short, friends. What does this mean?
All right, let's bring
to
that
me.
beat back.
Do we learn anything else about this? It means there's a high digit here and a medium digit here. We thought about the 1 and the 4, so we have some digits spoken for. Guess we know there's a 1 up here. So we know there's a 3 up here, which we already knew. We've learned nothing. 79. Oh, this is a 5. Sorry. Gosh, okay, okay. 8 is... The 8th digit is 1, the 7th digit is 5. I'm forgetting my indexing. You're a 5. You're a 5. Does also mean that there's a 5. There's a weird one up here. It means there's a 5 up here as well. So it also means one of these is 3. Which I guess we know because there's the low digit and the low digit, so 3's up there. So this 1, what does that tell us about anything? 1 plus something equals another thing. This is terrible. We certainly know that this isn't low, right? Because this is a minimum of 1 plus 2. No, it's not. Dang it. This is a minimum of 1 plus 2 plus 1, I think, at the moment. So that could be a 4. So this is it's not low, at least, because it's not 1, 1, 1, but it's medium or high. This could be low, maybe. It would be sort of weird. Oh, excuse me, but it could be. How are we going to make 6 here? Why did we say this? Why did we say this? We said it because the 1, right, we said it because the lowest this could be is 2 plus 4 equals 6. But not 5, 1, so it could be 2, 4. That's not helpful to me in any way. Where is the 1 in the 9th column? I guess it could be here. Just hard for 1s to be in this neighborhood, you know? What am I missing here? This is not going to be helpful. 2, 3, 4, 6, It's not helpful. It's a little helpful. It's very slightly tiny but helpful. Because of this 2, 5. So there's no 2s here. So that does mean one of these is a 2, but that's not a very cool thing to know. We must know more about these. These arrows must be something going on with these arrows. So to make this a 7, this sequence has to be 1 plus 2 plus 4, right? If we were trying to make this a 7, this would be a 1, 2, 4 situation. And we would not be able to have 1s here. We would not be able to have 2s here. So that would be a 2, 4 pair. And this would be a 1. And then this would be a 4. So we'd be broken again. We can't do this. I want to run through that one more time, sorry. For this to be a 7, 7 and 3 digits is always 1, 2, 4. There's no 1 here. There's no 2 here. And there's no... Oh, maybe, Skojo, how's it going? Maybe that's not true. Is it not true because I can have a repeat digit? Forgot about the repeat digit. Because these 2 digits could be the same. Like if this was... Could I have something ridiculous? Like 2, 3... I can't have 2, 3, 2. What 3 digits am I going to use to make a 7? Even if I can repeat a digit. It feels like there's a way to do that. And it's really annoying to think about. Other than like 4, 2, 1. What could I... How could I make a 7 here? So basically, I guess I'm asking if this is a 1. Okay, this has to be a 1 no matter what, right? If I'm trying to put a 7 on here, could I make a 7 without a 1 with repeated digits? I guess it would be 2 2s and a 3, but I can't do that. So I think even with the repeated digit, I think I still have to have a 1 because I can't do 2, 3, 2. It makes me nervous because it feels like there's some other dumb possibility that I'm not considering. I guess another way of putting it is, can I do it without a 1 and a 4? So here's what I'm thinking, Skojo. I'm thinking that this looks like it wants to be 1, 2, 4. I'm a little worried that I'm missing some option for a repeat. But if I tried to make it 1, 2, 4, then I have problems because I need my 1 here, and then I'm indexing a 4 here, so I've broken the puzzle. So if that is truly the only way I can make a 7 and 3 digits, even allowing repeats, which I think it is, like without repeats, I don't think it matters. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I think this is a 9. Yeah, okay. See, Skojo is very diplomatic in saying, well, I'm going to have the same problem, except the escape route. So, but the double digit feels much more possible with a 9, right? Meaning, normally I would want to look at this and be like, oh, well, I can't put a 1 here. But I can't. I think I can, actually. So what is the composition of this? I guess we know that that does get us the 1 over here. Let's do what we can. We have a low, that's low. So, the one down here. Is this a 1? What does it mean for this to be a 1? It means this is definitely a 4. And then there's 87 ways to make 9. It's really like make 8 in 2 digits. So if this is a 1 and this is a 4, we have to make 8 in 2 digits. We can't be 7, 1 because we don't have a 1 available to us. So it's not 7, 1. There's never a 4. When you're dealing with 8 in 2 digits, there's never a 4. So it's not any of these. So it's either 5, 3, and we can't have the 5, or it's 6, 2. So if this is the 1, then it's 1, 6, 2. Is there another way to make a 9? 1, 2, 6. This would be the 1, and then this would be 2, 6. But if it's not a 9, could it easily just be like 2, 3, 4 or something? Like the one over here. I don't quite know. I don't feel a tremendous deal of confidence in this one. Like, what is going on here? What these digits are able to be, allowed to be. We do know that our low digit, our high digit up here is 7, and our low digit is 3, and our middle digit is going to be 4 or 6. So our low digit is going to be 3, so there'll be a 1 here. The high digit is 7, so there's definitely going to be a 1 here, which we could have seen already, I guess. Wow, could I have seen that the other way around? It's funny, I think all the deductions I just tried to make, I think I could have skipped that work by just seeing that I had a 1 here and a 1 here, and I need to be a 1 here, so I have to have a 7 here, and that would have made that a 9. Oops. Oopsie. Yeah, 1, 2, 6, and 2, 3, 4 are my options, which I guess is interesting because that means I know it puts a 2 on the line, I guess. How interesting that is. So this is 1, 2, 6, or it's 2 with a 3, 4. And we know there's never a 2 here, so the 2 would be there, and there's no 1 here. So actually, I'm going to do this in a different way. It's 1, 2, 6. But if that's true, then it's 2, 6, and this is the 1. So that's the only way with 1, 2, 6 is a 2, 6 pair and a 1. There's a 2, 6 pair and a 1. Am I going to remember that? Probably not. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. I didn't know this until I knew that. You're right. This was a byproduct of that deduction. Sorry, you're correct. And then the other option is 2, 3, 4, which means the 2 is spoken for. So then this is 3 or 4, and it pairs with 3 or 4 here. So that really only tells me about the 2, I guess. And this 2 is here, so there's just some magical 2 doing 2 stuff up in the sky. Okay, so we know the 3, 7. We don't know the middle-y 1. It's either here or here. Feels like if we could know this, it would be cool. It'd be cool to know. I saw a tomato fly. Is there something cool going on in row 4? What cool stuff is going on? I really have to go. Good grief. What am I doing? Okay, so Oh, as a misclicked tomato. Okay. I mean, I would have believed it. Seems like there's important things up there. Important things going on. Feels like we should know something about these. But somehow I do not. 3 and 6. So we need a low digit, a middle digit, and a high digit. And 2 of our low digits are spoken for. So there's a 2 up here. There's a 2 right here. Is that true? We've spoken for the 1, we've spoken for the 3. We have to have a 2 up here. The 2 is not on this line at all. 2 could only be here if both these are 1s, which is not a thing. So this is that's the 9 and that's the 2. I'm prepared to state. So these must be middly and high. The thing is, you look at this intuitively and you want to say like, well, that's obviously the high digit. Well, we've knocked a 2 off this line. That's kind of interesting. So even with the luxury of repeated digits, what could we do? Even with, there's no 2 on this line, but can't we just have 1, 3, 1? Well, no, not that. But we could have 1, 3, 1 and make this a 4. I see tomatoes. Okay, so I should probably think about this, but doesn't it seem like I should know something here? Doesn't it feel like I should know? I should be able to figure out the polarity of this, but I guess not. It still feels like this could actually be middly. This could be high. If this were high, the only way for this to be high is if it was a 7 or an 8, and this were a 6 or a 7. So this is not a 9. This can't be an 8. Okay, sorry. This is not a 9. Obviously. It's not an 8, because if it was an 8, this would be a 9, and that would be 10. It feels like it could be a 7, though. That if this was 9, and this was 7, and this was 6. So it does feel, unfortunately, like this could be 7. And to be middly, we know it's not low, so it's 4, 5, oops. It's middly or it's 7, right? It's not 8. It's not 9. And that would make these 4, 5, 6, 7 would be 3, 4, 5, 6 for these. I don't know about this. Was there something useful here? It felt like there was almost something useful here, but not quite, right? Because it could be a 2 plus a 4, right? This is going to put a 5 somewhere in here. Oh, do we have similar things to think about here? Of course we do. Okay. If this, right, good grief. This is not a 9. If it's an 8, then that's a 9. And if it's a 7, then that's a 9. So this can't be a high digit. Right? If I try to make this a high digit, oops. If I make it an 8, there's a 9 there, and we've got a problem. If I make it 7, there's a 9. How did I not see that? Good grief. Okay, so I'm going to say that this is the 7, and this is a 6, and this is blue, and this is therefore green. So this is 4, 5, 6. The problem is, oh, it's not 6. Interesting. Gosh, it's 4 or 5. A 3-digit arrow. That's 4 or 5. So there must be a repeat. Right? Because 1, 2, 3, especially the fact that we can't have 2. If there were no repeats, this would be an 8. So there's certainly a repeat. Oh, we placed a 9 here, by the way. Somehow rolled a 9 out of this and a 7 out of this. But anyway, so how do you do this? It feels hard. There's no 2 here. So even if this was 1, 3, you would already have 4 before you even could think about it. So I don't think there's a way for this to be a 4 without a 2, because that means the lowest this can be is 1, 3, and then even if this is as low as it could be, it's still a 5. And in fact, that is the only option, right? So that's going to place the 9 here. So how are we going to make a 5 with no repeated digit? Sorry, with 3 cells, and with no 2, but knowing that we could repeat things. So the lowest we could possibly put in here is 1, 3, which is 4, with a 1 here is 5. That seems like the lowest we could possibly manage. And then this becomes a 1, 3 pair, and that's the 3, and that's the 1. I hope that's right. So that is 7, and this is 6, and we've said that 3 was our other option. So that's a 1. Seems to say that 5 must be 3 in this case, so that's a 5. That's a 4, which makes this a 1, which I seem to remember meant something, like that this was 1, 2, 6. That's not a 1. It's not a 3. It's not a 1. That was fun. It was a flurry of activity. Arrows with repeats always hurt my feelings a little bit. So this row is, we need a medium digit, we need a high digit. So it's 4, 8. And that's the 8, and that's the 4. So there's no 8 here. This is 6 or 7. This is our high, and this is our green. Blue, green, blue, blue, red. This is a 5 or a 6. It's not a 6. So this 5 is self-indexing, which is going to put a 2 and an 8 down here. Uh-oh. Oh no! What did I do? Wait. What did I do? Oh, that's not a 2. Good grief. I just am bad at Sudoku. There's a 2 right there. Oh my gosh. That's not what I'm missing. I'm missing a 6. It's an 8 and a 6. That's a 6. That's an 8. This is indexing this. This is indexing this. That's a 2. That's a 6. Okay. I'm just trying to keep you on your toes, Gojo. Okay. Oops. No 6 there. Okay. Well, that was fun. It was very exciting. I'm sure I missed some indexing. So 9 there. The 1 just is a 1. The 9 is a 1. The 4 is a 1. The 2 is a 5. The 8 is a 5. The 6 is a 5. The 4 is a 9. The 1 is a 9. The 8 is a 9. I'm certain I've missed more indexing. 7 is 1. 6 is 1. 3 is 1. 9 is 5. 3 is 5. 5 is 5. 5 is 9. 2 is 9, 7 is 9. Okay. And then up here we need a what, 4, 8. And this is, I'm bad at scanning, 7. And funny that this arrow is still just hanging out. I could probably think about it, but I choose not to. 3, 7, 8. Those was see that. So that's our 8. That's a 3, 7 pair. Okay, maybe I should think about all of these before I get wrapped up in Sudoku, captured in Sudoku. So how I would, if I wanted to make a 6, it would be. I don't either, but I'm wondering if it's because I carried over a lot of deductions from yesterday. Because I feel like if you didn't know, kind of like, one, if you didn't know about the like entropic nature of the hidden entropic nature of 159 puzzles, then I think it would be really hard, or you'd have to like crack that open. And then knowing what I know from yesterday of how that put pressure on the arrows, I think made the break-in was really easy. Like I had the break-in within 5 minutes because I think of that. So it's hard for me to say. I feel like I got the break-in of this really, really fast because of the puzzle from yesterday. In fact, sometimes I've seen JW Sinclair sometimes I think it's actually really cool. I don't think he did it on this particular puzzle, but sometimes he will say things like that, like, oh, it's this difficulty if you know about 159, and it's this difficulty if you don't. And occasionally I've seen him like post a very, very hard puzzle with 2 versions of it, and one of them has additional clues. So I like that because it's, you potentially get an approachable version of a puzzle that would be like a 4-star just by adding 1 given digit or something like that. Okay, sorry, distracted. I don't want to think about Sudoku. I refuse to, in fact. But these still seem like they're jerks. So if this is a 6, what is it? If it's a 6, it has to be a 4-2, right? That would be the only way to make 6 in 2 digits. And that seems, is there some weird thing about like taking the 4 and the 2? No, because that just becomes a 1-5, like cyclical thing. If it's a 7, 7 could be 6-1, but that's not available. It could be 5-2, but that's not available. So it's a 7. It's either 4 with a 2 or 4 with a 3, but there's a 4 either way, I think is what we're saying. So that's a 1 and that's a 4. So that's a 5 and that's a 5. And that's a 2 and that's a 1. Uh-oh, did I mess up? What did I screw up? Did I make a mistake? Was there another option? Was there something I didn't? Oh, there's a 3, 6. Right, there's a 3 right there. Okay, so it's not. It's not a 3, 4. Sorry, it's definitely a 4, 2. So this is a 6. I did not eliminate the my pair there. Okay. So that 2, 4 pair. Well, I think I ended up in the same place basically, right? I just have a little more clarity here. But I think the work I just did is hopefully still valid. We'll just put a 4 up here. That's 2, 4 equaling the 6. So we've kind of done all the clues. Which sadly means Sudoku. Who's sad? Did I miss some indexing? 2 is 1, 4 is 5. No, I think we're trapped. Should mean we have all of our 5s, right? Should mean we have all of our 1s. We do, so it's really just 9s and... Anywho, so this is a 9 what pair? Or it's a triple. A 3, 6, 9 triple. And 9 is in one of those. Okay, that was maybe not the most useful box on earth to pencil mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. That's not 7. That's not 4. This is part of a 3, 7 pair. There's a 3 up in the sky. So that's a 7, 3, 8. Okay. I think so. It's weird to sort of like give an opinion on this puzzle because I do feel like I had a free head start on it. Okay, what did we just do? We just said 3 has to be here. So that's the 9. That's a 6. So that's a 9. That's a 6. So funny how just ridiculously similar it looked. The solve feels different. I mean, the break-in was quite different. But, you know, using similar strategies, I guess. It does. No, you're right. Actually, good point. That means that Blobs' version is superior, no question. I really like J.W. Sinclair. I have nothing bad to say about J.W. Sinclair puzzles, but my favorite J.W. Sinclair puzzle was actually by Skojo, because you did that one with the dinosaur that looked like Sinclair oil. But other than that, I have generally only good things to say about James Sinclair puzzles. But, you know, Blobs is a friend of the channel. I have to defend Blobs' honor here, and you are correct. There's more Sudoku at the end. So we need what? 8. Some days I feel like my scanning is getting a little better, and some days it feels so atrociously terrible. You use atrocious as an adverb. Or 8, 2. All right. The 2, 4, 8 triple. Yeah. And then 8. How do we do? Under an hour. I really wonder how long it would have taken me had I not already had some insight. I have been doing a fair number of indexing puzzles lately, so maybe I would have moved quickly. Draclin, you're still here. Thanks, buddy. That's funny you say that. I'm definitely best at scanning boxes. I think just because the boxes are just right in there. Rows, yeah, now that you say it, I think I'm best at boxes, middling at rows, but probably worst at columns. Uh-oh. Where did my... Oh yeah, I didn't get here from Logic Masters. Uh-oh. I don't even know if this puzzle's on Logic Masters. This might have just been in the artisanal party. So this was called El Paso. No, it doesn't look like it's in here. Well, how am I going to prove to everyone that I solved it? Logic Masters. It's cramping my style. Okay, I really do have to run. Thanks for hanging out, Draclin and Skojo. Appreciate you stopping by. Did Grimbone stop by and harass me? I know Kyle stopped by, which was incredible. I haven't seen Kyle for so long. I'm going to trim my beard. I'm trying to look like an old wizard. Okay, I've got to get on with my life. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out for a bit. That was a good puzzle. I really did like it. It was just so uncannily weird how similar it looked to the puzzle from yesterday. So, all right. Bye, friends. See you next time.